Today I'm in Bavaria, in southern Germany, or more precisely, Mittenwald, a small Bavarian town nestled in the Alps. I've come here because I want to spend some time in the mountains, first on bike and later on foot.
Bavaria is one of Germany's most popular tourist destinations. The region's incredible variety of landscapes make it a paradise for those seeking a more active holiday. So it looks like I'm going to get a lot of exercise in while I'm here. And while I'm at it, I want to find out the ways in which the coronavirus pandemic and climate change are affecting tourism here in the Alps.
My destination is the Schachen, a scenic point in the Wetterstein mountain range. Ludwig II had a house built up there. For the first leg of the journey, I've reserved a bike.
Hello!
Hi Nicole, welcome.
To make the climb a little easier, I've decided to rent an e-bike. Is there anything I should watch out for?
Probably the most common error people make is overestimating the situation. E-bikes will take you just about anywhere. They offer a lot of power. Then suddenly you're at the summit and can't get down. It's easy to overextend yourself. That's why you should be careful on the descent. Keep your hands on the brakes. Take your time, go slowly, and enjoy the nature around you. Don't come shooting down.
As soon as I leave Mittenwald, I'm immersed in the beautiful Bavarian landscape. The paths are wide, and the ascent is still manageable. After a couple of minutes of riding through the forest, I arrive at a lake, Lautersee. But I still have a long way to go. After one last steep climb, I think I deserve another little break. So it's nice to see the Wetterstein. No rest for the weary. It's time for the second part of my trek. But I won't be making the ascent to the king's house on Schachen all by myself. Stefan Adam will accompany me. He's a mountain guide from Mittenwald. He says the mountains have a calming effect on him, and that sometimes you just need to stop, look, and listen. We're getting close to the top. On the side of the trail, Stefan points out some yellow gentian to me. It's a plant commonly found in the Alps. It thrives here at an altitude of some 1,800 meters. That was worth it. Not bad.
Not at all.
And there it is. I can see my goal. The king's house on Schachen at the foot of the Wetterstein mountains. Tourism and climate change are said to be threatening the alpine flora and fauna. Is that something you see yourself? You spend a lot of time in the mountains.
In the case of tourism, yes, some. There are popular spots like the Zugspitze summit that are really overrun by masses of tourists. But as you experienced yourself today, we hardly saw anybody on our way up. There are really quiet areas, for instance, in the Karlwendel range over there. Even in peak season, and we're at the absolute peak of the season right now, you can be all on your own. As for climate change, we haven't felt very much yet. Maybe it's subjective because you don't notice gradual changes as much. But we've always had a few tough winters and some very mild ones. We've had dry winters and we've had lots of precipitation. We've had flooding and then we've had very dry years. It's always changing.
One thing that's very different this year is the coronavirus. A lot of people are spending their holidays closer to home. Many Germans are staying in Germany. What have you noticed here in the region?
Wie ist das deiner Erfahrung nach dieses Jahr hier in der Region gewesen?
The guests are noticeably more relaxed than in recent years. Relaxed in the sense that most readily accept it when you say they can't do something or other. There's not so much "I want it" and "I want it now," which has been something of a trend the past few years. That can get really unpleasant. We're not seeing any of that. People seem happy with whatever's possible. I hope it'll stay that way for a while.
A little paradise right outside your door. Thanks for showing it to me.
My pleasure.
I can handle the last stretch on my own. The king's house is now in plain sight. Of course, King Ludwig didn't walk up here himself. He had servants to carry him in a litter. This summer, the King's Alpine hideout is closed in compliance with social distancing and hygiene guidelines. But after the long hike, we definitely want you to see what it's like inside. In spite of the beautiful Swiss pine paneling, the living quarters on the ground floor come across as relatively plain, seemingly out of character for the fairy tale king. The upper story, however, fully reflects its creator. Here, Ludwig II had a sumptuous hall built in Oriental style, crammed full of gilded carving, lit through stained glass windows, and decorated with fine rugs, magnificent chandeliers, and peacock feathers. The Turkish room, with its fountain in the center, provided a spectacular backdrop for the king's birthday celebrations. Isolated high in the Bavarian Alps, he recreated the magical world of the Arabian Nights.
Magst du mal?
May I? Just before reaching my final destination, I have a close encounter with a stubborn local. This won't work.
Ja, jetzt guckst du.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Nicole,
Nicole 1, cow 0. Only in the Alps. This lookout point is where my journey ends. King Ludwig had the Belvedere built not far from his house. From here, the view of the Rhine Valley is simply breathtaking.
If you haven't got anybody to carry you up the mountain, a hike like this is pretty intense, but hey, the journey is the destination, right? Plus, there's nothing like that feeling of satisfaction you get once you reach the top and you get this view. So extremely exhausting, but also extremely worth it.